Well, I planned to talk about Mario Tennis today, but oh my gosh, we just got a huge dump of Mario Galaxy movie news, including tons of plot details, new characters, and even runtime information. There's so much to go over here, so I don't want to spend all this time just yapping and flapping around. But first, I want to yap and flap around just a little bit and say, leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoy this movie content. A lot of you watching right now are still not subscribed, and we are getting ever so closely to our goal of 400,000 subscribers. You guys can make that happen, so let's see how many people we can get to subscribe from this video alone. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's dive into all the brand new Mario Galaxy movie goodness. So first off, we're going to show the posters for all the characters that we've gotten so far. Now, they're dropping new posters every hour. As of recording this, it is 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, so they're still coming out. So we'll show you these slides as we get them. But first off, we have the Mario one. And Mario is obviously doing his signature Galaxy spin move that he does within the Galaxy games, even with the little blue contrail around him. Super cool stuff. But you have tons of enemies all around him as well, including paratroopas. You have Spike making his debut in this movie that we've already seen in some of the past trailers. You have a Lakitu throwing a Spiny, and you have a Piranha Plant beneath Mario. And the only real new one that we see here is a Sledge Bro appearing at the bottom right. So yeah, Mario's poster is one of the simpler ones, but we're getting to one more simple one before we get into some of the crazy stuff, and that's Luigi's poster. There's not too much new stuff to go off of here with Luigi's poster. It's just him riding a dirt bike in Toast Arena that we've already seen a million times, and you can see some planets in the background, but yeah, they don't really resemble anything specifically, like anything from the games. It's just giant spherical planets with some weird squiggly lines in some of them, so yeah, it's hard to really tell what they are. And Toast Arena itself looks like it's pulled straight out of Super Mario Odyssey. Like, it's almost a one-to-one comparison of that same town and everything of the Sand Kingdom, so there's not much else to go off of. Now here's where it gets juicy. We have a poster for Bowser. In fact, we haven't even seen Bowser in this movie outside of him being very tiny in the very beginning, so we don't even know what his story is going to be, but it looks like he's going to be having a lot of stuff go on maybe towards the end of the movie, but let's focus on Bowser first because there's a lot to dissect here. Bowser in this poster is actually referencing the very first time we fight him within Mario Brothers 1. Now in Mario Brothers 1, you have to reach the axe in order to drop the drawbridge, and the same thing is kind of happening here. You can see the drawbridge already falling down into the lava, and he's actually holding the axes and looks like he's going to be throwing them the way he actually does hammers in the first game. Now if you look at the background, there's some interesting stuff going on outside of his minions. You can actually see a giant Ferris wheel with the face of a Groll enemy, and you can see some type of carnival ride with bullet bills or bonsai bills as the vehicle of the ride spinning around. This is 100% representing World Bowser from Mario 3D World. It was one giant carnival land all dedicated entirely to Bowser, with also a Ferris wheel, but this one had a clown car face. My theory is that this is what Bowser Jr. has been constructing. This new planet of his, as you can see, building 2 giant Bowser horns on the top, is probably going to be some type of giant Bowser-themed amusement park world. But also, we can see the giant mothership UFO that actually is in Super Mario Galaxy. In the very beginning of the game, a giant mothership flies over the castle and fires laser beams in order to carve out the ground where the castle is sitting in order to rip it completely out of the earth. So it looks like we could be seeing a similar plot point, and maybe that's where Mario and Luigi is actually fighting Bowser Jr. in the castle as it's flying upward. As you can see in the background, it looks like there's some type of space cool anomaly going on. So maybe Mario and Luigi lose and get flung back to the ground, which in itself would also be pulled directly from the first game. But yeah, they're still pulling elements from the first Mario Brothers game ever, and even Mario 3D World, still keeping it intact with the Galaxy storyline. It's so awesome, but let's go on to the next poster. Here we have Princess Peach and Toad, and what makes this one so insane is that we have even more video games being referenced here. First off, we have our first actual clear picture of what Captain Toad is going to look like this time. Yep, he's finally taking on that Captain moniker. He has the headlamp, he even has the giant book bag. All he needs is the outfit, and he is fully decked out. I mean, he even has the red handkerchief around his neck. Next up, we have the Star Bunnies making a return. Now, we've seen them slightly in a cage in the background through a blurred image of the last trailer, but you can see them full-fledged here. Star Bunnies are pretty much just Lumas that can transform into bunnies for some reason, so yep, they're in this movie as well. The penguins are back from Mario 64 and also the first movie. This time, they're walking with backpacks that are just giant blocks of ice, and it looks like they just have things in the ice that's frozen, that's their belongings, which is is one way to move things around. You got to move them around quickly or it's going to melt, but this one has a pair of sunglasses in his. Sunshine fans, rise up, it's time. We are finally getting some characters from Mario Sunshine, and we are getting the Piantas. There's tons of different colors and sizes and shapes and designs, just like from the actual game. I couldn't be happier about this. Why? I have no clue. Why are they even here? I don't know. Are we eventually going to go to Isle Delfino for a movie? I don't know. We're also getting the Conqueror returning from Mario 3D World, which he's getting a name for himself because he's also returned in Mario Kart World for some reason. So this is like seeing him here again, like why not? But yeah, Conqueror. Now, some of you might be wondering who these cute little guys are, and for some reason it seems like a lot of people just keep forgetting about the Whittles. Nintendo has forgotten about Whittles. Yeah, these are little wood guys from Super Mario Galaxy 2. They've only appeared in like 1 or 2 galaxies, but yeah, they are super cute and they're super cool looking characters. I'm glad they're making a return. Going back to the Peach poster, at the top right, we can see the Gateway Galaxy once again, and you can see that terrace area that we got to explore where Rosalina came to Mario at the very beginning of Mario Galaxy 1. I do still wonder if Bowser Jr. is going to take over this planet and actually transform it into his own thing, like it looks eerily similar to Bowser Jr.'s planet, or maybe both planets will have their big Avengers Endgame level battle where all these characters from the Mario universe fight against each other. This would actually remind me of the concept art from the first movie. Like this was actually planned, or at least thought of before the movie came out. They had all these characters from all these different Mario games battling each other, even Yoshi's and King Boo, all types of creatures. And I'm wondering if they're going for something like that right now, or maybe it's still too soon for that. Maybe that's for another movie. But man, if Peach is really going around picking up different characters like Piantas, Conquerors, Penguins, and even the Whittles, maybe that's what they're planning. I mean, we can also see tons of rocket ships, so maybe that's how characters like the Piantas and even the Penguins get here. Maybe each planet or each galaxy has their different type of rocket ship to help fly to Peach's castle and help out. And here's a poster for Rosalina. This one's pretty simple as well. It just shows Rosalina once again in her library with all of her Lumas, and it shows the Comet Observatory in its full in the background, along with that UFO again. Now, we have seen another small clip floating around, maybe specifically in theaters, but you can see the inside of the Comet Observatory with all the floating islands and platforms, this time held together with some type of web-like structure. But in the middle, you can once again see the Grand Star nucleus. This is pretty much the generator for the entire Comet Observatory, and the reason it's able to fly around, thanks to all the power stars and the grand stars that Mario collects, it powers this nucleus center. And this time it looks like they're giving Rosalina a literal house where she lives at. We know she lives on the Comet Observatory, but we don't really get to see a house. We see different things like a kitchen, a bedroom, and everything like this, but this time it looks like they just put everything in a home, or this time a big mansion for her. And in fact, the top of her home looks like it has the lookout for an observatory, which is actually one of the hub worlds in Super Mario Galaxy. We also have some more looks at Rosalina in case you haven't gotten enough yet. Yes, her model and render and everything looks absolutely perfect. And here's another picture of her, this time with Princess Peach, that says "Protect the Cosmos." We have another poster that just recently came in of Bowser Jr., and he's in his Wonder Effect mode, and he seems to be riding the top of one of his airships. You can see his paintbrush is actually emitting some type of paint goop piranha plant, which kind of reminds me of Mario Sunshine. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually reference the kind of polluted piranha plant enemies or bosses from Mario Sunshine itself. That'd be pretty cool. It also reminds me of the giant vine piranha plants and also the giant cloud ones that are emitted from Wonder Bowser from Mario Wonder. You also have a giant wonderfied version of the planet that he's been constructing. It's all purple and green like him, and also with a giant bill launcher at the top. Once again, this looks so eerily similar to the giant floating Bowser castle thing from Mario Wonder. We've always known Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush was very powerful, but man, in this movie, it looks like it's cranked up to 11. This thing is an actual threat. And what I believe to be our last character poster shows Yoshi carrying baby Mario and baby Luigi running across some type of skeletal bones from a giant T-Rex. Now obviously this is referencing Super Mario Odyssey with a giant T-Rex, but you can see one planet in the back that looks very similar to the Fossil Falls of the Cascade Kingdom. This would go along with my theory that they're just taking locations from other Mario games and making them galaxies. We'll probably get an Isle Delfino galaxy if this is the case. We also have a new plot synopsis to go off of here, and it states, the movie finds brothers and best friends Mario and Luigi applying their let's-a-go attitude to solve everyday problems all over their new home of the Mushroom Kingdom. They meet a new friend in Yoshi, work to reform a miniaturized Bowser, who is still in prison from the last movie, and eagerly look forward to Peach's big birthday party. When a call for help, referencing referencing Peach's unexplored past pops up, we'll see Mario and the crew blast off on an unexpected epic journey, encountering imaginative new worlds, bold characters, and unexpected threats. The addition of the beloved characters Rosalina and Bowser Jr. to the cast promise big action, comedy, emotional conflict, and some shocking revelations fans will love. In this anxiously awaited second installment of their franchise, this latest film levels up the stakes in a new and exciting way for loyal gamers and movie fans alike. Now personally, I'm really stuck on this line, when a call for help referencing Peach's unexplored past pops up. What does that mean? Are they going to tie Rosalina and Princess Peach together? There's been some fan theories out there that maybe they're related and we just haven't found out yet. So what if that's what they're going to do? But you got to think, how does this tie into the main story and with Bowser Jr. and all of that? Well, what I'm thinking they could be doing is tying in the plot point with Bowser Jr.'s story from Super Mario Sunshine, where Bowser Jr. assumes that Peach is his mama. Well, technically, Bowser tells him that. So what if Bowser told Jr. that Peach was his mother? So Bowser Jr. sends in this fake call, bringing Peach in, saying, "I know something about your past," flies in, and it's Bowser Jr. the whole time to greet her. She doesn't want to go willingly, so he starts invading and trying to take over while trying to kidnap Peach because he truly believes that it's his mama. So perhaps he even gets the help of Egad to build him the Mega Leg and also the paintbrush in order to take out Mario and his friends. It definitely is hard to say for sure right now, but it does seem like they're pulling from multiple different characters and plot points from different Mario games. Just recently we got a report from GameXplain where they were able to find the runtime for the movie, and it's apparently set for an hour 35 minutes, which is only like 3 minutes longer than the first movie. Now I know a lot of people are going to be upset by this, saying it needs to be longer, especially for something like the Galaxy movie, and people are already worrying, but just remember, it's not about the time of the movie, it's about how you pace your movie. It doesn't matter. We've seen movies at this time that have done extremely well with its story and pacing. It's up to Illumination to pace this movie correctly, because they could still do a lot with that time. And we also have information about the upcoming Yoshi popcorn bucket for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Apparently this is going to be available at AMC Theaters, Regal, and Cinemark, all in the United States. So yeah, here's some pictures of what the bucket's going to look like. I believe for the first movie it was just a giant question block, so this one's definitely an upgrade. But yeah, this movie looks like it's going to be absolutely insane. Hopefully we're not getting any more posters because I think they stopped now, but we'll have to wait and see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know which poster is your favorite so far, and also let me know if I missed anything that maybe you saw in some of these posters or maybe something online. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I hope you all have a blessed day. See you guys.